So, Time magazine decided to feature Donald Trump front and center on their cover in a not so flattering angle. Because they really put his gobble gobble or his nussie on full display for all of us to see. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks really dry. Kinda like how many women feel like when they're around him. And of course, in good old Donald Trump fashion, he aired his grievances on Truth Social. Writing, Time magazine wrote a relatively good story about me, but the picture may be worst of all time. They disappeared my hair and then had something floating on top of my head that looked like a floating crown, but an extremely small one, Trump wrote. Really weird. I never like taking pictures from underneath angles, but this is a super bad picture and deserves to be called out. What are they doing and why? And to be quite honest, if you really think about it and do a little bit of research, that Nessie of his has been on full display for us in many previous photos. I mean, you have this one right here, and then you also have this one right here too. If anything, I want to nickname this Labius Corpus. I mean, between his mouth and that, you could probably do many episodes of bad lip reading. And since he did bring up the whole disappeared hair part, I'm just gonna say that that's not Time magazine, that's just natural causes. Because his hairline is thinner than his waistline. But leave it up to Donald to always find something wrong about everything. But at least with this, for Donald, it feels like it's something that he could put his finger in, literally. I mean, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense as to why he in the past said he wants to grab them by the. Now, Donald, as someone that's personally really into skincare, may I offer you a couple of recommendations for your Nussie? If you feel like it's looking really old and dilapidated, maybe try this product right here. You know, especially if you feel like you have a very, very long-lasting itch going on in that area. Because I hear for some people that lying a lot causes an itchy reaction. And I'm not exactly sure who took that photo, but I feel like Time magazine knew what they were doing with this. Because they wanted to honor his potential accomplishment in this, at the same time throwing some shade his way. And I had to take a step back and literally, think about and understand why Melania decides to pull back or do as much no contact with him as possible. And it makes total sense because she probably doesn't want to be anywhere close to that thing on his neck. I mean, if anything, I actually have receipts to prove this.
At one point, the wide circumference of the Eric Javits creation even preventing President Trump from kissing his wife on the cheek.
She's probably as disgusted by it as all of us are when we have to see it through photos. But for her, she pretty much has to live with it almost every single day. And it totally makes sense as to why she stays in either New York or Mar-a-Lago and not at the White House. But you know what, in the end, I'll take this as a win for us because sometimes you gotta laugh through all the BS that's going on in this world, especially in this country right now. And if you've gotten to the end of this video, drop a comment and let me know what you think.